Welcome, dear Gemini. A fascinating and transformative week is unfolding before you. The energy surrounding you between July 27th and August 2nd is unlike anything you've experienced over the past several weeks. If life has recently felt confusing, unpredictable, or emotionally exhausting, prepare yourself because the universe is finally beginning to reveal why everything happened the way it did. As a Gemini, you're naturally curious. Your mind is always searching for answers, exploring possibilities, and imagining different futures. Few people realize just how much time you spend thinking before making important decisions. While others only see your cheerful personality, they rarely notice the constant conversations taking place inside your mind. This week brings something you've desperately needed: clarity. The fog that has surrounded certain situations slowly begins to disappear. Questions that have remained unanswered may suddenly make perfect sense. Conversations you've been replaying in your head begin losing their emotional weight. You finally understand that not every ending was a loss. Some endings were simply making space for something much better. The universe has been quietly reorganizing your life behind the scenes. People who no longer belong on your journey have gradually started drifting away. Opportunities that once seemed impossible are beginning to move closer. Your perspective is changing, and that change alone has the power to transform your entire future. Don't underestimate the importance of this week. Although nothing may seem dramatic at first, the decisions you make now could influence the rest of your year. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, learning, intelligence, and adaptability. That means every conversation, message, meeting, and unexpected encounter has the potential to become much more meaningful than it initially appears. Someone may say exactly what you needed to hear. A random article may inspire an entirely new career path. A phone call could reconnect you with someone who changes your future. Life often changes through ordinary moments. Remain present. Remain curious. Remain open. Emotionally, you're becoming much stronger than you realize. Recent disappointments have taught you valuable lessons about trust, boundaries, and self-respect. You no longer feel the need to chase people who don't appreciate your value. Instead, you're beginning to attract individuals who naturally respect your intelligence, your kindness, and your unique way of seeing the world. This is growth. Real growth. Not because life suddenly became easier, but because you've become wiser. The stars encourage you to stop doubting yourself. You know more than you think. You've overcome more than you remember. And you're far more prepared for what's coming next than you currently believe. This week is about embracing new possibilities without allowing fear to hold you back. Your next chapter is already beginning. You simply need the courage to turn the page. Professionally, this week carries exciting momentum. Your natural intelligence becomes one of your greatest strengths, and people begin noticing the ideas you've been quietly developing. Projects that once seemed stuck begin moving forward, while unexpected opportunities appear through conversations, networking, and collaboration. Your ability to communicate clearly becomes incredibly valuable. Whether you're attending meetings, presenting ideas, negotiating contracts, teaching, creating content, or simply speaking with colleagues, your words have unusual influence during this period. People are listening. More importantly, they're remembering what you say. If you've been waiting for recognition, don't be surprised if someone in a leadership position suddenly begins paying closer attention to your work. Your creativity stands out. Your problem-solving skills become impossible to ignore. Even tasks that once felt repetitive now allow you to demonstrate abilities that others may have overlooked. This is not the week to remain silent. Share your ideas. Ask thoughtful questions. Volunteer for projects that genuinely interest you. Confidence opens doors that hesitation keeps closed. Those searching for employment receive especially encouraging energy. A delayed application may finally receive a response. An interview could exceed expectations. A recommendation from a former coworker, teacher, or friend might introduce you to an opportunity you never expected. Remain flexible. The perfect opportunity may not arrive exactly as you imagined. Sometimes the universe delivers something even better than your original plan. For business owners and entrepreneurs, communication becomes your greatest asset. Marketing campaigns perform better. Social media engagement increases. New partnerships become possible. Creative content attracts attention. If you've been thinking about launching a website, podcast, YouTube channel, online business, or educational project, this week supports thoughtful progress. Innovation becomes your competitive advantage. Don't imitate others. Allow your own personality to become your greatest strength. Financially, steady improvement begins replacing uncertainty. Delayed payments, bonuses, freelance income, commissions, or unexpected financial opportunities may appear when you least expect them. However, the stars encourage intelligent financial planning rather than emotional spending. Create a savings goal. Review your budget. Learn about investing. Consider additional income streams. Small financial decisions made this week could create remarkable stability before the end of the year. Avoid making expensive purchases simply because you're feeling optimistic. Long-term security will bring far greater satisfaction than temporary excitement. Remember, money is not only something you earn, it's something you learn to manage wisely. And this week, your financial wisdom becomes just as important as your ability to generate income. The universe is preparing you for greater abundance. Your responsibility now is to become equally prepared to receive it. This week brings a refreshing shift in your emotional world. Dear Gemini, after a period filled with uncertainty, mixed signals, or unanswered questions, the universe is encouraging you to slow down and reconnect with what your heart truly wants instead of chasing what your mind keeps overanalyzing. As a Gemini, you naturally seek intellectual stimulation. You fall in love with conversations, shared laughter, curiosity, and people who inspire your imagination. Physical attraction may catch your attention, but meaningful communication is what keeps your heart engaged. This week reminds you of that truth. You may begin noticing that certain relationships feel easier than they have in months. Conversations flow naturally. Misunderstandings begin disappearing. Walls that once seemed impossible to break slowly come down. If you're already in a committed relationship, this is an excellent period to rebuild emotional intimacy. Life has probably kept both of you busy with responsibilities, work, and daily routines. Somewhere along the way, meaningful conversations may have become shorter, while practical discussions replaced emotional connection. Now the universe encourages both of you to reconnect. Spend quality time together. Turn off distractions. Talk about your dreams instead of your schedules. Ask questions you haven't asked in a long time. You may be surprised by how much your partner has been carrying silently. Likewise, don't be afraid to express your own emotions. You don't always have to appear strong. Vulnerability often creates the deepest trust. If your relationship has recently experienced tension, Mercury's influence encourages healing through honest communication. Rather than arguing about who was right or wrong, focus on understanding each other's intentions. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It simply allows both people to build a healthier future. Small romantic gestures become incredibly meaningful this week. A thoughtful message, a spontaneous compliment, cooking dinner together, watching the sunset, planning a future trip. These simple moments remind both of you why your relationship matters. For single Gemini natives, the universe is preparing exciting possibilities. Someone may quietly enter your life when you least expect it. This person may first appear as a friend, colleague, classmate, business contact, or someone introduced through mutual acquaintances. The connection develops naturally, without pressure, without games, without unnecessary confusion. Unlike relationships from your past, this one feels peaceful. Instead of wondering whether they like you, you'll notice consistent effort. Instead of mixed signals, you'll experience genuine interest. The stars encourage you not to rush. Allow attraction to grow naturally. Strong relationships are built one conversation at a time. Some Geminis may also hear from someone from the past. A former partner, an old friend, someone who once disappeared without explanation. Before reopening that chapter, ask yourself honestly, have they truly changed? Or have you simply started missing the familiar? The universe reminds you that loneliness should never become the reason for returning to situations that once caused emotional pain. You deserve consistency. You deserve honesty. You deserve someone who chooses you every single day, not only when it's convenient. This week also encourages self-love. You have spent so much time trying to understand everyone else that you may have forgotten to ask yourself what truly makes you happy. Reconnect with your hobbies. Read books that inspire you. Travel somewhere new. Learn something exciting. The happier you become on your own, the healthier every future relationship becomes. Love is not meant to complete you. It is meant to complement the beautiful life you're already creating. The universe is gently leading you toward relationships that bring peace instead of uncertainty, trust instead of confusion, and genuine partnership instead of emotional exhaustion. Believe that such love exists, because it's moving closer with every passing day.